USGS Global Webinar. Today, our featured speaker comes from Singapore. She has a master's degree in social science and applied economics. She has spent a very successful 17-year career in corporate, in marketing, management, and communications. She's also a mother and an avid traveler, and today she comes to us from Melbourne, Australia, where she has started her brand new life with her family. Please welcome our speaker, Joanne Chong.
Hello, everyone. Hope you can see me because I am one picture of excitement today. Hello, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to our USGS Global Webinar. My name is Joanne, and it is my great pleasure to be with you today to share with you an amazing opportunity that is transforming lives all over the world. Well, before I go into that, let me just give you a quick introduction of my background. I am born and bred and educated in Singapore. I have lived all my life in Singapore. I'm 42 this year. I've just moved to Australia with my husband and my 4-year-old son. So it's been an amazing ride for me in Jeunesse. It's been 4 years. And before that, I've spent 17 years in the corporate world doing all kinds of things, but primarily I talked for a living. I was in communications and strategy. And, it's been a good ride, but I found that Jeunesse is something that offers me a completely different world altogether. And today I'm here to share with you what it is that might make a difference to you. If you are here for the first time, I hope you thank your friend who invited you because they cared enough to want to make a difference to you. What you're going to hear today may or may not fit into what you normally hear from other people. But rest assured that this company is definitely something that could potentially give you an opportunity to redesign your life if that's what you are looking for. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pull out a presentation that I have prepared to share with all of you. There you go. I hope this works. All right, let's go. So today we are here to share with you an opportunity by the name of Jeunesse. Now, Jeunesse is actually a French word for forever young. And this company that you are looking at deals with helping people to really live and feel younger. We redefine youth. One of the things that we're all aware of in our lives right now is the fact that there is a global convergence, that is taking place in our lives. Technologies have transformed the way that we live our lives and also the way we take care of ourselves. For example, you and I are able to talk to each other regardless of time difference and the fact that we're in different countries because of technology. And right now, this is something that has created a whole different way of communications all over the world. In fact, as far as biotechnology is concerned, we also have so many new medical advances that are now so much more accessible to you and I, the layman, that we are now able to take care of ourselves so much better if we are looking for the right tools. As a result of globalization, this world has become such a small little village. I feel like you're just right next to me, even as I'm broadcasting to you live from Melbourne. But it has created a sense of connectivity. And also, this completely changes the way that people live their lives. People buy things online now that's unheard of in the past. You can plan an entire holiday just by doing it online. You don't need a travel agent anymore. Sorry, travel agents. But there is a whole different economics attached to this whole global convergence. As a result of these changes in the background, a whole new economy is born. Everyone knows that these days, if you want to start a business, you have to look at something that has an online component, not just a website, but something that allows you to reach beyond your own countrymen. So here we are today. We are looking at a company, Jeunesse, which is the brainchild of this wonderful team that you see online right now. Our founders, Randy Ray and Randy Lewis, they saw that vision. They saw the convergence of all these different trends and saw an opportunity to not just run a very successful business, but also to create a platform that could help more people to design a life that they love. Randy and Wendy are both award-winning businessmen and businesswomen in their own respective rights, and they have extensive experience in helping companies to actually conduct their businesses across boundaries using technology. Wendy herself, she is a businesswoman of the year 3 times already in the United States. And she is a very shrewd businesswoman with a huge, huge heart. Husband and wife couple, they are the bedrock of this company. And next to them is Scott Lewis, who is our Chief Visionary Officer, who is the son of Wendy Lewis. And he is younger than me, but full of dynamism and somebody who really, really stands for what this brand is about. He is all about empowering people and also helping people to live a great life. So this is the management of Jeunesse. And I am very, very proud and very humbled to have the opportunity to work with such a stellar cast. So let's take a look at what they have actually developed. As a 6-year-old company going on 7, Jeunesse has already found a way to ship to more than 130 countries and territories all over the world. Now, that is amazing considering. Now, a lot of people say that, it's an online business. Obviously, you're able to do that. That's where there is a little distinction that I'd like to share with you, because you can be online, but logistically speaking, you may not be able to ship to more than a few countries at one point in time. That is a huge challenge. But in Jeunesse, we have the technical and technological capabilities to do that already. So if you are online, it is because one of your friends, they got impacted by Jeunesse in one way or another, and they found that they have to share this with you. And if you have friends all over the world, this is your chance to really find a way to make a difference to them as well. In just less than 6 years, this company has continued to really recreate history so many times over, and it revolutionizes the way that the network marketing industry look at what is possible. Last year, based on our performance of 2015, which is more than $1 billion, we are the first network marketing company in the history of this industry to exceed $1 billion mark in less than a decade. We were ranked number 18 amongst the top 100 network marketing companies in the world by the Direct Selling News in the United States. That is amazing to me because the fact that 4 years ago when I got involved in this company, the company just broke through 100. It was the first time it was ranked within the top 100, and within 5 short years, it has really jumped beyond what everybody has expected and has shown what is possible if you really dare to challenge the norm. And right now, we are working with a company that is young, dynamic, and still raring to go, and we have only just begun. So what makes us so special is the fact that we are not just another company that sells supplements or anti-aging products. What we have literally is a revolutionized youth enhancement system that brings together some of the most amazing biotechnologies in the anti-aging industry. What it has is a synergistic set of products that are designed to work together to help you and I to look and feel young inside out and outside in. Let's take a look at the brains behind this system. One of them is Dr. Nathan Newman over here. He is a world leader in stem cell technology formulation and is highly sought after by many people all over the world, including the medical community, for his expertise in this area. He's one of our board members in our medical advisory board. And he is such a humble and loving and also generous person, despite the fact he is such a successful doctor already in his own right. You can Google him and you will find that this is one man who has dedicated his entire life to helping other people feel and look better about themselves. And I am very proud to call him one of my business partners. So what he has managed to do is that he found a very clever way to put 200 growth factors into our skincare products Luminous series. And this is something that, to me, before I got involved in Jeunesse, is I don't know what really growth factors are, but apparently they're in every skincare that we use, except that the numbers are very different. In our skincare, we are looking at more than 200 growth factors, which essentially does one simple thing, and that is to talk to our skin, to help our skin to rejuvenate and to repair itself. Growth factors are very simply the chemical language that our cells use to talk to one another. There are 6 trillion of cells in our body. Every single one of them have that many number of cells. And just imagine the cells are designed to do different things at different times, and they need to communicate in order to work efficiently and effectively. And that's what the growth factors are for. So the more growth factors you have in a product, the more the product will be able to talk to our body and our body would respond to it. And let me show you something that has completely changed the way I take care of myself from a skin perspective. This is the entire range of the Luminous series, and it is growing at a very specialized rate. And it is something that really is so simple yet powerful. And the beauty of this to me is the fact that both men and women all use this, because the very same set of products, the way they're designed to work with our bodies. It does not matter if you're a man or a woman. It will help you and your skin as long as you're willing to use it and put it to a go. So let us take a look at a third-party laboratory study that was conducted with these products and a group of men and women who actually use them. The amazing thing about this study is that 100% of all the subjects who were studied actually said that they will recommend the products to their friends and families. And you and I know that we will only recommend the best to our friends and families, only if we know that something is good. And that is very nature of human beings. The majority of them actually felt that their skin improved in many different ways. To you and I, maybe to the naked eye, we see certain things, but actually through a study, we saw that their skin looked younger. There was improvement in skin luminosity as well as smoothness and also firmness. Now, all of these, we know that they can show up as evidence of aging. You can show up as signs of aging, and that is very troubling. But in our test, we were able to show that. For example, in this lady, the before and after picture showed very clearly that there were different kinds of problems with her skin as a result of aging. But after more than 50 days of using our serum, 65% of her deep lines have actually decreased. And that is pretty phenomenal. And I want to mention that the improvements are not just superficial. They actually go deep into the skin, and there's an improvement in the quality of your skin from a structural basis. Like I mentioned just now, that the men also get to do this. And it is very exciting to see that happening. For me, my husband is actually 3 years younger than me. So you could say that I have some pressure to want to keep up the looks, right? But actually, my husband himself keeps himself very well too, because he is a beneficiary of our products as well. Well, he has no choice. I force him to use them. So here we have a different lady, and she is the face that launched Jeunesse, if you ask me. Meet Winnie. Now, Winnie Sutandio is actually a senior lady. Well, I call her senior because from an age perspective, she's already in her 60s. When the company first started, she was one of the first distributors who started with this company. And there was only one product at that time, the serum. And she was so brave that she volunteered herself to be a guinea pig. Nobody knew if the product worked or nobody made a cent from it yet. But she volunteered herself and used it on half her face for 10 weeks. And you can see from this picture that it actually makes a huge difference. The left side of the picture is the side where she used it, and the right side was her natural state of skin. And you can see the difference from a few areas. There's very, very vast improvement in her laugh lines. And also you can see that her skin is tighter, and her eye bags underneath her left eye is definitely lighter than on the other side. However, this is just, some people would say that, well, this is just on the surface, even though it is very convincing. What is really happening here? And that was actually the question that Winnie's very good friend, who's a skin doctor specialist, a skin cancer specialist, to be exact, who asked that question. And he actually took a picture of Winnie's face using a specialist medical equipment. And the picture on the left that you see on the screen is the result of that. The two sides correspond to Winnie's two sides of her faces. So the right side is red because these are actually the visible red blood vessels that are in our face when we age. We have loss of protective layer of collagen and also elastin, and therefore you can see all these flaws. This is not because Winnie has bad skin. It is because as part of aging, this is what you will see. On the other hand, you will notice that the color, the texture is completely different on the other side. It is because of those white little spots, and these are actually, according to the skin doctor friend of Winnie, that these are actually fresh baby collagen. Now, the baby collagen does not grow on a woman in her 60s. In fact, for most of you who are aware, our body starts to show signs of aging right about 30 years old. You begin to see lines, and you begin to see a droopiness catching up with us. And all of it is because our body stopped producing collagen and essential proteins like elastin to support our skin. As a result of that, you start to see signs of aging. So At 62 years old, she applied the serum on half her face, and on that face, you started to see fresh baby collagen. That is real scientific proof that our product does what we say it does. So for me, that picture will always be with me because it's something that I love to show people that this is an amazing technology that we can use. And if you couple the skincare with some of the nutritional supplements that we have, which are designed for our cells. I like to call our nutritional range food for cells, nutrition for our cells. And one of the stars, bar none, one of the stars of our products is Reserve right here. Now, the key ingredient of Reserve is resveratrol. Resveratrol is actually a naturally occurring compound that you can find in the skin of dark red grapes and other dark-colored fruits and vegetables. What it does, it is a very powerful antioxidant that nature has blessed us with. And what our doctors have able to do is to combine resveratrol with this other superfruit you see on the screen and put them into one sachet called Reserve. And you can drink this anytime, anywhere. All right, and it tastes best chilled. And what it can do for you is actually not up to me to tell you, because what it does is it interacts with your body to help your body to be stronger and to repair better, and it brings out the regenerative abilities of our body. Again, this is a live product that works with our body. It doesn't just, you don't just take it to try and fix a problem. That's an old way of looking at how we take care of ourselves. It's actually something that helps us to take care of ourselves going forward. It is preemptive. It is at the same time going to help you to also prevent future aging issues. So for me, this is something that I've taken for the past 4 years, almost on a daily basis. 2 to 3 packets. My son has it, my husband has it, my family, everyone that I know, I can't stop talking about it. They think I'm crazy, but you know what? Everyone who has taken it has enjoyed and benefited from it. So they're all thanking me. So I'm very glad that I can't stop talking about it. So this is the entire range of all the products. I can't talk about everyone today. I can only give you a flavor of it. But what I really want to leave you with is that we do have a system, a youth enhancement system that is designed specifically to work with our bodies to bring out the best, so that every one of us feel and look young and are able to operate as if we were 10, 20 years younger, depending on how consistently you take the products. Now, that is something that's truly amazing. It completely changes the way you look at how you could take control of your own aging process. If you want to age gracefully and you want to age powerfully, this is something I truly recommend that you take a look. Now, if you're like me, if you're already sold on what these products could do for you and you're really happy to give it a go, fantastic, because that's how I started. When I started joining Jeunesse, I did not think about this as a business opportunity. But when I started taking the products and I watch what they do for me, I don't know if you would agree, I look not a day over 30. I'm actually 42 years old, but I've gotten so many compliments about, my energy levels. I've got a young son and I constantly need to keep up with him. And I'm always full on in my life trying to do a lot of things, for family, for myself, and for other people. So it is amazing to have these products empower me that way. And when I realized what an amazing tool I have in my hand, I also cannot turn a blind eye to what it could possibly do for other people. And therein lies the business opportunity. So what Jeunesse, what the founders have come up with is not just the system of products that's going to help you take care of yourself, but what it's going to do is also give you a business opportunity if you choose to give yourself that chance to build this business so that you may improve your wealth conditions. So there are 6 different ways of making money with Jeunesse, and I'm going to quickly go through them with you. When you join the company, you will actually receive a whole business suite of business tools, one of which is your own personalized website, followed by your own office, your back office, which is going to track everything that happens in your business. So when you start sharing the good news of Jeunesse products and the opportunity to perhaps make an extra income for yourself with other people, and they buy into that story and they like that opportunity for themselves, they could go to your website and purchase the products. And when they do that, they will most likely pay a retail price online. And you as a distributor is actually qualified for wholesale pricing. Now, the beauty of this is once a transaction happens, the difference between the retail price and the wholesale price is automatically deposited into your e-wallet, the electronic wallet. The whole process is really fuss-free. You don't have to buy any products or keep stock. You don't have to do any delivery because the company handles that for you entirely. They ship the products directly to your customers. And all you have to do is to be willing to share the goodness of what you have found out about Jeunesse. And that is what you will start a business with. But many, many people who have been successful in Jeunesse would tell you that that is the smallest part of their income because there are many more to come. The second way to make money from this company is when your friends and family are looking at buying and saving more, then they have the option to look at some special packages which the company put together for all new customers. We call this the new customer acquisition bonus for the distributor. When you have a customer who decides to buy any of the packages that the company make available in your market, you stand a chance to win anywhere between $25 to $200 as a first-time sign-up bonus for every new customer who buys the packages. Now, every market has different package offerings. So please make sure that you go back to the person who invited you onto this webinar so that you can find out what your options are. Now, these two ways of making money, they're, well, honestly, not that exciting because there's no difference from traditional business where you find a good product and you try and sell it and you try and resell it. To me, that's not why I decided to do this business. 17 years of corporate work, I was pretty comfortable at a point of my life when I got to know Jeunesse. But what truly changed my mind about this being a possible business for myself and my family is the fact that I have the opportunity to make sustainable, passive, residual income. And that's where we're going to move on to. The first way for you to make residual income is for you to build teams in this business. Now, it is a very simple idea, actually. It works the same like air miles, okay? So when you use your credit card and you buy an air ticket, you charge to your card, you actually earn miles. And as you accumulate miles, you get to transfer them into a new ticket or an upgrade or whatever it is that the airline offers you. In Jeunesse, we work on the same basis. Every time a transaction takes place, every time somebody directly or indirectly introduced by you starts to use our products or get involved in the business, every time a transaction takes place, points are generated. What you do is that you build two teams, the left team and your right team. And when these people start to share with the people in their lives as well, who wouldn't want to share such wonderful products that could actually help you not just look young, feel young, but literally you have an opportunity to make more money to enrich yourselves. So when that happens, every time the system tracks for you and sees that there is 300 points on one side and 600 on the other, you have a chance to make $35. And the company is so generous that it actually allows every single one of us, regardless of who you are and how long you've been in the business, to make up to 750 times the $35 in every week. That is $26,250 in a week. I don't know if that is going to make any difference to you who's listening to this for the first time, but I can tell you that even back where I come from, Singapore, which is one of the, has the highest per capita income in the world, $26,250 is a lot of money. In fact, some people don't even earn that kind of money the entire year. So there is no guarantee of this income, whatever shape, form, or manner, but what really attracted me when I looked at this opportunity was the fact that there is an opportunity, there is the possibility for us to completely redefine what is possible financially. If you are like me, I worked all my life in the corporate world. I was an employee. Sure, I was in senior management, but there will always be a cap as to how much I will make. And it will always be dependent on what someone else thinks of me. But in this business, it works in a very different way. You decide how much you're going to make. And if $26,250 is not enough for you, let me introduce you to leadership matching bonus. Now, the leadership matching bonus is something to me that I smile every time I talk about it because it makes so much sense that this is a part of this business. Let me give you an example. In the traditional world where I come from, I used to recommend my friends to different jobs in different companies. And every time they get hired, they thank me over a lunch or a coffee, but that's about it. However they do in the company has nothing to do with me. But just imagine that in Jeunesse, when you introduce somebody to this opportunity and someone sees the vision, somebody captures the essence of it and runs with the business and share this with a lot of people, this person is obviously going to do really, really well and start to make quite a lot of money for himself in team commissions. As the person who introduced this person to the business, you now have the opportunity, the chance to receive an additional 20% of what your friend is making in team commissions. And this is something that truly is mind-boggling for me, because what it inherently means is that as long as I am sharing with my friend, I might as well help my friend make money. And when that happens, I do well for myself. Now, this is such an interesting concept for me because it is so aligned with how human beings really work. We really are supportive, empowering individuals who want to work together. But in the corporate world, none of that exists. I remember I used to have to, do all kinds of funny things in order to get ahead. If there's a promotion involved, one person gets selected and everybody else falls away. So in this business, if you are into helping people, if you are into working with people and empowering people, you have the opportunity to help as many people as you want. And in the process of it, really, really build a fortune for yourself. In the compensation plan, you have the opportunity to match up to 7 different levels from 5% to 20% of the team commissions that these people are making. Now, if 20% is good enough for you, let me just give you a kicker. There's a thing called customer acquisition incentive. If you have personally 5 customers every month who reorder the product, the 20% gets bumped up to 25%. And if you have 10 or more customers, that get bumped up to 30%. Now, that is pretty phenomenal. Think about it. If you sponsored me and I am making $26,250 this week in team commissions, you receive an extra 30% of that, which is close to $8,000 just for you because you helped me to be successful. I don't know what is more human than that. And this is something that truly, truly excites me. And when I really got to experience this in my business, doing Jeunesse, I really can't stop smiling because it makes me feel alive, okay? Now, another way to make money, and the last and most exciting way for many people, is the diamond bonus pool. Now, the diamond bonus pool is just like profit sharing. The company, Jeunesse, is not listed. And what it does is that everything that it saves from the marketing perspective, it actually puts aside to share with the top producers of the company. And these tends to be our diamond and double diamond directors and above. And they are automatically included in a diamond pool, which is 3% of the company's global sales volume in points will be saved for this group of people and then distributed to them every quarter, depending on their production. Now, if you and I are in this pool, we are looking at some amazing statistics. We know that people have lives changed as a result of receiving this quarterly bonus. They're able to pay off their kids' education, tuition fees for the entire year, and pay off their mortgages, pay off their debts. And that's why people are so motivated, because they put their life at stake and they want to really be good and successful for themselves. And the diamond bonus pool is one additional incentive that actually help to push us further. So that's the money part. For me, one of the most beautiful thing about Jeunesse is not just the possibility to completely define how much you are worth, but also the opportunity to live a lifestyle that is unique to this industry. I have traveled a lot in my corporate job. I'm in the air half the time, but I have never enjoyed traveling as much as I have with Jeunesse. And in Jeunesse, you have every year at least 2 opportunities to win free incentive trips that will bring you to different parts of the world to participate in company events and global events that will bring different groups of people, like-minded people, entrepreneurs from all over the world, and we learn and we share our personal triumphs and stories. And it is one of the most amazing trips that you will get to enjoy repeatedly and most of the time for free. So if you are like me, somebody who loves to meet people, somebody who enjoys traveling for free especially, then I suggest that this be something that brings a smile to you today. So now we're looking at really a whole new different paradigm. To me, in the 17 years I've worked with all the corporates that I've never seen anything that quite match what I'm looking at right now. In Jeunesse, you have the opportunity and the vehicle to catch a trend with a proven system in US global system. We have one of the most exciting business opportunity, and also you're going to be part of a family that has proven success. People have used the different methods to build this business and have found their personal success. You have access to cutting edge technology that will allow you to leverage a global economy. Nobody wants to look old. Everybody wants to look and feel young. So you are not just talking about your own home country. You now have a real opportunity to enjoy flexibility and time freedom, just like I have since I've started Jeunesse and quit my job for that matter to do Jeunesse full time. I really hope that many of you who are here for the first time would seriously consider this opportunity to join this global community, because we are growing at such a fast pace. These webinars take place at least 10 times every week, and that is just our team. Globally, with so many exciting things happening, I hope you know that your time has arrived. So today, my presentation is truly designed for you, to give you the information to empower you. But my job is actually the easiest, because I'm going to bring with me to this webinar some amazing people whom I have come to love and meet in this platform. And they are from all over the world, but today I have the opportunity and privilege to meet 4 very special people. And, these people, you may or may not know them. They may not have friends who are like them, but I hope their stories will touch you nonetheless. The first person I'd like to call on is in the United States. And, I will probably never even know about this country if not for the fact that we meet on Jeunesse. And this lady, she is somebody who, most people will relate to easily, because she is such a people person. And she lives in the center of the United States, a place called Nebraska. I'd like to call on Barb Dawson from Nebraska. Hi, Barb. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fabulous. Good to see you. Always good to see you. You look better every time.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And thank you for having me on.
Yeah, well, thank you for being here. All of us can be doing anything we want, but you choose to be here. So that to us is a real treat. So Barb, can you share with us, how did you get to know Jeunesse?
Well, I would love to share with you. It's been a little over 6 years ago. And I was introduced early on. We just had actually one product. We talked about Winnie in your webinar. And she was a very brave lady to put on half of her face for so long. But I also did that. And but I did not do it to the length of time that she did, because I could see a difference. And I thought, okay, I believe it works. I know it works. And so I used it on the other half. So, that was my first experience with the products. When I was introduced, I, seriously wasn't looking for another business opportunity.
What do you do?
Well, my husband and I own our own real estate company and have for, nearly 40 years now.
Wow.
Working side by side, and it's been great. It's been a great business, and we love working together. But we all know what happened in 2008 here in the States. We had a pretty serious downturn in our economy. And so our retirement that we had worked many years to build was dwindling after that. And, I saw this as a way to do something besides real estate, doing it part-time, and, building what, we refer to as the passive or leveraged income.
Right.
And that was been my goal. And that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years. And, I've been in sales all my life, and people look at me when I mention Jeunesse, and they say, well, Barb, you're in sales, you can sell, I can't sell. And we all know that there's a very small portion of the population that are willing to sell. But, we don't have to do that with Jeunesse. People
exactly.
They see a difference, just like they did for you. And, they say, gosh, what are you doing? Or, it just comes into the conversation, because particularly us women, we talk about the products. And I'm in my 60s, and I've been through a lot of different products over the years. We discuss them and what works and what doesn't work and so on. So it became very easy,
right,
to share the information on the products. And then obviously when they ask about the business or how do I get involved, then it rolls into, bringing the business opportunity to the forefront, seeing if it's something that they're interested in. So
that's awesome. No, Barb, now that you mention it, you brought up something very interesting, because I do have a lot of my friends who tells me, Joanne, we can't speak like you. We can't, you can't sell, and I can't sell anything. I can't do this business. And you're in sales, but for me, the way I relate to you is you're somebody who really is impacting lives. You're helping people to really understand what they really need, and then you're going to help. You're like the middleman. You put what they need and the solution together. So maybe could you share with us your perspective about this business? Like for people who are afraid of selling, what is it that they are looking at?
The difference that I see now, having seen different businesses through the years, is that when we think network marketing, we kind of think about door-to-door salespeople,
right,
have to stockpile products, inventory, and
right.
And it's so different. It's so different. The platform that we have here is, as you explained in your presentation, which by the way was superb.
Thank you.
Just, it is very easy for people. I mean, just for an instance, I had a young gal, one of my daughter's friends, and by the way, I have 3 daughters in the business with me as well. So that
wow.
But we had a little in-home meeting, and one of the gals, that's what she said. Oh my goodness, I can't sell. I can't do that. I can't talk in front of people or to people, about this. But she went on to say, and I've been using this reserve, and I had, sores in my mouth, and I know that's what made them go away. We don't know that. We can't guarantee that. But I said, that's what we do. We share what works for us, the experiences that we have. And all of a sudden, she realized too that, well, I guess if this all I have to do, I can share this with my friends, and sure you can.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you'll run into people that are very motivated and looking for a change in their life, and they'll snatch up the business opportunity in a heartbeat. And you'll run into people that say, I just want to buy these products at a great price. And so there's something to me for everybody in this company. I think they've done a fabulous job with the compensation plan. Obviously, we all know our products are, they're just unmatched. I mean, they're so science-based, where medical people are attracted to them because they realize too, I mean, it's cutting edge. So,
yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Barb, for giving us that perspective. It's really comforting to know that really, to borrow your words, all we need to do is share, right? And sharing is such a natural tendency for every human being. We want to share good things. I mean, I'm sure you have recommended a book, a barber, a movie, a restaurant of some kind. If you have done that, you can do this business.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Right. That's exactly.
Fabulous. Thank you, Barb. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. I'll catch up with you another time, okay?
I look forward to it.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the next person I would like to invite is somebody from the medical industry. And, when I get involved in this business, I never expected to really meet people like Barb, like the next guest I'm going to, all the guests that I'm bringing together today, because, this industry is truly, Jeunesse is truly changing the way people are looking at the network marketing industry. I'd like to call upon Sharon Weinstein, also from the United States. Sharon, are you with me? Are you here, Sharon? She was with me a while ago. There you go. Hi, Sharon.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
I'm very good.
It was great. It was so invigorating. It just made me, if I've not already been a member, want to enroll.
Beautiful, lovely. That's exactly what I had hoped to do for many of the first timers online. And thank you so much. I know you just ran back from a meeting to be with us tonight. So thank you again.
My pleasure.
For making that happen. Well, Sharon, I can say I would talk endlessly if I were to talk about you. So can I invite you instead to give us a very quick background of what exactly it is that you do in the United States?
Absolutely, certainly. I've been a nurse for many, many years. probably as many years as Barb has been in real estate.
Wow.
My area in nursing was infusion therapy. So I excelled at putting needles into people with lots of drugs in the name of making them well, but actually in the name of sometimes not making them so well. I learned many years ago that wellness is within our hands and our capability, and that if we choose to be well, it's based upon the kinds of decisions that you and I make every single day. When we buy groceries, when we pack lunches for our kids, when we make a choice in a restaurant, anything that we do, we have control over that. And so as a nurse, I realized that health promotion, health prevention, being well, staying well, aging gracefully, all of those things really mattered. And they mattered even more to me when I had young grandchildren, because my theory was I could either play with these kids on the floor and get back up again, or I could have them push me in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
When you think about it, that's exactly what could happen. And so my choice was, I'm going to stay young and stay well. I have one little grandson who's only 7 years old, and he's always examining to see if I have a turkey neck like his other grandma. And he says, how do you manage to have such nice skin? You must be so much younger than her. And I don't want to say, we're exactly the same age. And
wow, way to go, Grandma.
but seriously, I've taken care of mine, and Jeunesse has helped me in that process. So as a nurse, I educate others. I'm a certified speaking professional, and I educate others about the concept of well-being, of work-life balance, and of all the things that go into the idea of living longer but looking good at the same time. And that's what we really want.
Fabulous.
You know, I laugh because when my youngest daughter was only maybe 6 years old, she was in first grade or something, and she said something to me about, have you ever thought, Mom, that half of your life is over and you've done nothing with it? At the time, I was maybe 35. Can you imagine? And half of my life was gone and I've done nothing with it. I'd already been the president of my professional society, the chair of the certification board, had written 9 textbooks, had done tons of things. But to her, it wasn't enough. Now she sees me and she knows that it's enough, and she wants to be and do what I have, which is really exciting. So as a nurse, when I look at Jeunesse, and when I first looked at it, I thought, I'm very, very familiar with stem cells. That was the first product that we had. That was the product that I too purchased through Winnie when we first joined. And it was the only product. But I have to tell you that it totally amazed me from a standpoint of what it has done to my skin, the ability to build collagen, to fill those otherwise what might be crevices. You know, it's a joy to be at a meeting with people who have such great looking skin, and people say, where did that come from? I just came from a meeting that was just like that. And being a nurse, I have credibility. People listen to me. They think, wow, if she's using this and she's doing it, then it must be good for you.
Absolutely.
To give respect, great respect and acknowledgement to every single person from every walk of life across the country and across the world who are involved with Jeunesse. Because as an equal opportunity company, it doesn't matter what your background is. What does matter, what Barb said, you have to be willing to share from the heart and from the spirit emotionally, and have people understand why we are so passionate about what we do and what truly makes the difference in how we feel and perceive ourselves. And that, I think, is what's critical.
That's awesome. You know, listening to you, Sharon, I am once again so humbled to have the opportunity to actually interview you, because there are so many people like you out there who are professionals, very accomplished, but you are now putting yourself on a path that really serves a bigger purpose, if I may. And
exactly.
You are empowered. You want to teach others how they can take care of themselves better, empower themselves, not just the way they look, but also with an opportunity that if they choose, they could literally change their lives.
Exactly. And you know, I have touched many lives as a nurse, not just in the United States, but in 14 other countries. I've worked all across the world. And I have to tell you that with Jeunesse and Jeunesse product and technologies, I have the ability to touch so many more lives in such special ways, sometimes without leaving the comfort of my own home. How great is that?
That is so awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon, for creating and painting that picture for us. You know, a glimpse into your world really shows us what's possible for many others if they have the courage to just take it. Thank you, Sharon.
Enjoy.
All right. You have a wonderful evening there.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Take care. Wow. I don't know about you, but just speaking to these two power ladies already, you know, Oh, I have to calm myself down because I have two more guests that I want you to meet. The next person is also from the United States, and she's somebody, you know, I don't know. I know what she does in the past, and I have so much respect for what she does. And I know the kind of person she is that she stands for something way bigger than just herself. She's a very accomplished actress, producer. She directed films. She's been on national TV, and she's an inspirational speaker. She's worked across the country with women and single parents. I mean, her list of credentials is amazing, and she has chosen to put herself on a doctoral journey, becoming a PhD in psychology. I don't know about you, but this woman truly stands for something bigger than herself. But I'd like her to tell you her story, why she chose Jeunesse, by inviting her live online with me. Troy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Oh, I love those amazing eyes, so full of compassion. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. You did an amazing job. Wow.
Thank you.
I if I wasn't already on board, I'd be on board now. It was just amazing.
Fabulous, fabulous. I hope people hear all the possibilities for them, And, I would like to borrow your mouth, like literally from the horse's mouth. You are such an accomplished lady, and you're at a point of your life, you could choose to do anything, literally anything. And I understand that you just got involved with Jeunesse because a very good friend introduced you. Would you share with us your motivation behind that? I mean, and what do you see Jeunesse to do for you in your life?
Okay, sure, absolutely. I was initially just interested in the health benefits of Jeunesse because a really good friend of mine started working the business with Jeunesse and using the product, and I started to notice this change in her skin. She started to have this glow, and she started to have more energy, and I was just kind of looking out of the corner of my eye, such a skeptic. I'm like, I don't know, I don't think so, When I multi-level marketing, I'm like, oh, no. So really very apprehensive initially, and so I just started watching her, and you see the results are the evidence, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe I should try one of the products, right? So she gave me the Reserve, and then I noticed a huge difference in my energy level, and I had some inflammatory things that I was dealing with, some challenges. And then she gave me the serum. She's like, oh, just try it. And then that was it.
You're hooked.
I had like the very beginnings of that chicken neck she was talking about, right? That was no chicken neck. So, really, I fell in love with the products. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, if the products are this great, I have to look at the business opportunity, because I am in a position where I can do whatever I want. And I didn't want to write or direct or act anymore. I've been doing that since I was 4 years old. I started on Sesame Street. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Walking on another set was not appealing in any way. But I wanted to create some residual income for myself. So I started looking at the business plan, and then that was it. I just thought, not only is this an amazing opportunity for me, I started to see what was possible for the population of single mothers that I work with, right? Because anybody can make this work. All you need is a commitment, and I was just so inspired, and I've been unstoppable ever since. I am on fire. I just wake up in the morning, I'm like, time to go, time to do this. I'm just like,
that's awesome. That is so great to hear somebody who is so passionate about what you do, and to know that we share something in common, and that is Jeunesse, having this vehicle. Where do you want to take this, Troy?
Oh, is the moon too far?
No.
Okay.
There's a lot of universe out there, my dear.
If I can listen, if there's life on the moon, I want them on Jeunesse, really.
Well done.
Absolutely. Anyone and everyone, it's about longevity and really improving the quality of life and making opportunities available for yourself and also for your children. I have friends that are bringing their daughters into this, and they're taking it to college, and they're enrolling their other, students in it. So it's just, I see going very far with this, like double diamond, triple diamond. Is that far enough?
Crown diamond, darling.
I'll take that one.
The top one.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
I see you at the top, darling, Troy.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so honored to, be in the Jeunesse family and meet wonderful people like you and Kim and Samson. I'm just having a blast.
It is. I think this is so, one of the things unlike you, I've always worked for someone in a company. And one of the things that truly attracted me to US global system, in addition to Jeunesse, is the fact I work with some amazing people who really are committed to improving lives at a, like a grand scale, not just their own lives, but the whole world, and when we say we're out to change the world, we are not kidding.
No,
not
exactly.
kidding.
And Joseph Campbell has this wonderful saying. He says, the true work to be done is at the level of global transformation. It's not even about us anymore in our immediate communities. It's about really extending our reach and empowering the world. And so that's being a part of a global organization that's committed to health and wealth is just fantastic.
Beautiful. I can't say it any better. Thank you, Troy. Thank you so much for being with us today. I look forward to seeing you in person when I come down to Orlando.
Oh, please. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to catch up on.
I'll give you a big hug then, okay? All right. Take care. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Okay. Now, in case most of you start to think that, oh my God, this business is only for, energetic, passionate, powerful women, I have left the best to the last, because this gentleman that I'm going to invite next, he is somebody I so respect for the work that he already does before he come on to Jeunesse. And Jeunesse to him, I believe, is an extension of the work he does. But I really would like to invite the next gentleman to share with you the amazing cause that he is on. Uzziel, are you with me?
Hi, Joanne.
Hello,
how are you? Yes, I am here.
Hi! You got home in time. Beautiful. Awesome.
Good.
Thank you. How was the graduation?
Awesome. I was driving, hearing you, and every time I hear you, I'm just like, I need my notepad. I need some pen, because, the amazing part of this presentations that we do weekly, it's not something that is like a robot thing. It's more like, we learn all the time from every speaker, and it's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I learn from you, Uzziel. I listen to you. You're sharing this. It keeps me going all the time. We inspire each other. That's the beautiful thing about this family, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, Uzziel, let me properly introduce you to everyone online who's meeting you for the first time. Actually, outside of Jeunesse, you have been actually doing the work of God for many years. You're a pastor.
I am, yes.
Yeah,
13 years. Yes.
13 years of your life, you've been a pastor, and you work as part of the work that you do. It's I wouldn't even say work. It's like what you're committed to is to help people, is to change lives, help them in their lives and make a difference to them, whether it's through the work of God or through Jeunesse. Could you share with us, how did you get to know Jeunesse? And right now, how does Jeunesse fit into the bigger scheme of things for you? Please.
Yes, sure. My privilege. Yes, well, about a little bit over a year ago, maybe about a year and a half, my wife and I were actually in a season in our lives where it was very hard for us. It was very rough. My wife had, at that time, about 4 years dealing with a skin condition. And, for 4 years, 4 years is a long time. We went through so many, rough moments, spiritual storms that we had to confront. She got depressed, because of her skin condition. There were weeks where she would actually lock herself in the room. She wouldn't want to come out. It was very bad, Joanne. And in that time lapse of 4 years, we went from dermatologist to dermatologist. We could not find anything to help her. At the end of the road, because we hit the end of the road, they were just kind of saying, try this. So I didn't want to try anything else. And, all of a sudden, there's always a moment where, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, all of a sudden I receive a phone call from a friend of mine from Florida. And he says, Pastor, I'm going to be in Los Angeles. I have a meeting. Can you meet me? We'll go eat after the meeting. I said, sure. I haven't seen him in a long time. So, it happens that he was having a meeting 10 minutes away from my house. And so I show up early, and he's having a meeting with our leader, Samson Lee. So, I'm kind of like on the other table, just overhearing, because, they're not through. And I'm kind of overhearing, and I hear stem cells, and I hear growth factors, and I hear, this amazing technology that's coming. And I said, whoa. I said, I need to know more about this. So, I kind of went into their conversation. He introduced me to Samson. Well, to make a long story short, Joanne, we got a hold of a serum. And in 3 weeks' time, we've seen a major improvement in my wife's skin that we did not see in 4 years. I mean, it was just amazing.
What a blessing.
When I hear the story of Winnie, when I hear it and you guys share it and I share it, I just think, I hope everybody understands how powerful this is, because the same thing happened to my wife. So, after some time when she used it and she had a major improvement in her skin, I talked to my wife. I said, listen, this product has an amazing opportunity attached to it. We do need some money because we travel and we teach and we do conferences. So this can help a little bit. And actually, it helped a whole lot. So, now, we are so blessed to be part of this amazing team and have amazing leaders. And here we are.
Fantastic, Uzziel. Thank you so much for that. Every time I listen to that story, I've got goosebumps at the back of my neck.
Oh.
No matter how many times you hear it, but the real story, the real difference that we are making in the world. Thank you for sharing that. How many markets do you have business partners now all over the world?
Well, yes. Well, we have Latin America, which includes Mexico, many parts of Mexico. We're in Colombia. We are in Brazil. We just opened up in the Philippines.
Very nice.
And here in the United States, here in Los Angeles, we have a Latin American team. So, we're working with them. But yeah, it's been an amazing journey. And one of the things that I would like to say, because you asked this question in the beginning and I didn't answer it. And I think it is very important for everybody to kind of just listen to this and to understand that, times have shifted. So my job as a pastor is not only now with Jeunesse, not only empowering people for great spiritual leaders or structures in their ministries, but also we are empowering them to become entrepreneurs. So we're not only teaching one side, but we're also teaching the other side. So before we would give them a fish, now we're showing them how to fish.
Beautiful.
And it's been amazing. It has really been amazing. Yes.
Thank you, Uzziel. Thank you for your leadership, not just only in Jeunesse, but also in your community and what you stand for all over the world. There's so many people that we can help, but you, because of the work that you are in, the unique position that you are in, I know you and your wife, you work tirelessly. You travel all over the world. You just came back from a speaking engagement in the Philippines, didn't you?
Philippines, yes.
How many people did you talk to there?
Oh my God, we had about 15,000 people.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. I mean, I posted a clip on the internet and people were just sending me messages. They said, oh my God, we got the chills because there's so many people out there that are hungry. But, one of the things that I would like to say real quick, I don't want to take the whole time, just real quick, is that our team in the Philippines, even though it's a country that makes, I think, very, very few dollars a day, their salary is dollars a day. They're actually getting paid US dollars, in a country where they do not, earn what they could earn with Jeunesse. So, Jeunesse is making a big difference, and it's just been amazing. Yes.
Fabulous. Thank you, Uzziel, for being a bearer of hope and love all over the world. And thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care and send my love to your wife.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye. Take care. There you have it. This amazing stories from 4 super individuals from the United States. And in fact, they represent the microcosm of the world that we live in. You and I, we may look different, sound different, our skin color might be different, we speak different, but really there's not much difference amongst all of us. We all want to be happy, healthy, and we want our loved ones to be happy, healthy. And you know what? When we can take care of all of that, we can all do better all over the world. So I really invite every single one of you who is looking at this opportunity for the first time to jump on in. If something touched you today, listen to that and just go with that feeling that this might just be the opportunity that could help you to not just change your own lives, but to change the lives of people all over the world. All right. So I have to run, okay, because it's time for another different webinar to come on in an hour's time. And if you are in this business and you are ready to jump on board, invite someone else to come on board. Invite someone else to come and listen to this very same presentation by a different presenter, okay, and a different team of people who are going to share their lives with you in exactly 1 hour's time, okay. And it's the same link. Go to your leaders and ask them, how can I do this? How can I share this? And make sure you bring as many people as you can so that they have a chance to decide for themselves whether they want a new lease of life. All right. So take care. And I love all of you. Love from Melbourne. This is Joanne signing off. I'll see you somewhere in the world. Bye. If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.